1 2, mic check 1 2. We're back, baby. Aren't you glad to be back, Amanda?
Sure.
Wow, look at that fucking enthusiasm. Show
I'm
our fan
sick.
base some enthusiasm. Columbus, Ohio's in a frenzy. Virginia's in a frenzy. The one dude in France is in a frenzy. The other dude from Germany that stopped listening, that was probably my cousin, is in a frenzy. Everyone's in a frenzy. And I don't know why they would be in a frenzy because we'll get to it. Let me intro the podcast first. Welcome to
Mhm.
episode 9 of But Hey, What Do I Know? I'm your heast with the least, Joseph, and thousands of kilometers in the other direction, whichever direction you look, is my beautiful, lovely, and congested host Amanda. Amanda, how you doing?
Sick like a dog. I'm dying. I had a fever just before bed, actually.
Is that the corona?
No, I got my results and I'm corona free. It's just a cold.
Oh, true. You look like you prefer Heineken anyway.
I've never had Heineken in my entire existence on
That shit is
earth.
disgusting. Shout out to Germany. That shit is fucking terrible.
I don't.
But
Is that the best beer? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it is.
absolutely not. Not even close. Of like,
Exactly.
I'd rather
So
drink
what?
piss. I'd rather drink piss than drink Heineken, honestly. And I think piss is comparable to Heineken.
Yes, I don't know why you're measuring. I don't know,
All right,
quality of the alcohol against Heineken, but go on then.
before we go any further, please, please, please follow us on all of our social medias, Twitter and Instagram at SMG Sound Network. That'll
Mhm.
give you any updates on the podcast. If anything goes wrong, like what happened with us, you can get like an update on that. And Patreon, subscribe to the Patreon. I post on there extremely regularly. I've got an episode that I've just uploaded up there, and I've got an episode in the Tuck. It's a little mini series that me and my homies are doing. So that's going to be hilarious. It's super vulgar, and we're all wearing stupid hats. And it's supposed to be 4K, but it's not 4K because my computer's a piece of shit and it won't render 4K. So you guys are going to get this crisp 1080p video. But follow us on Patreon at SMG Sound Network. The first 50 patrons between both podcasts, and I'll get to that in a few minutes, will receive a special gift from me personally. So you guys
Nudes
go
from
there and subscribe.
Joseph.
Yeah, Amanda's not gonna give you shit. She doesn't fuck with y'all.
Joseph will give you his nudes.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. The first 50 people get a dick pic straight in their DMs. What do you
I'm
think this is?
dead.
$5 a month for a dick pic? Are you out of your mind? Oh
Just
shit.
might as well just start an OnlyFans at that point.
All right, before we get too excited and too like I don't know, happy, I want to say a big big rest in peace to DMX. That was really really sad, and I can't believe we had covered that. We not covered it, but I mean we kind of did at the end of the podcast, but we were just talking about him and giving him his flowers. And I'm glad that we could give him his flowers. And I don't know if he was conscious to like smell them, but we did give him his flowers before he passed. So I was really happy about that. And also, I want to say rest in peace to Black Rob. That really hurt when I found that out yesterday that he had passed away. Um, Diddy, you dropped the ball on that one, like hardcore. I can't believe that Diddy is a millionaire and one of his artists is or was homeless and having multiple heart attacks and is now dead. And
He
he's
is
on.
a Scrooge.
Yeah, that's big facts. I'm not fucking with Diddy too
Humbug.
heavy right now. Jay Z would never. Jay Z was
Never.
helping. Jay Z was helping random rappers with shit. Like Jay Z was helping 21 Savage with Ice, and what's his name? Diddy couldn't even help his own artist out of homelessness and like medical issues. So yeah,
He's
that really.
busy in the shade room comment section commenting on Instagram model hosts, whatever you want to call them. I saw him commenting on that. I'm like, you're too old and way above this. Why are you here in the comment section? I mean, I get it's a pandemic and there's nothing to do, but Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't really want to talk about Diddy right now because I'm kind of really upset about the whole thing still, and I don't want to say anything like slandering, incriminating, whatever. But I,
Incriminating. Jesus, what are you trying to do to him?
I don't, well, nothing. But like I don't want to talk shit about him because I don't know what his involvement was. We're just looking at it from social media, but from the outside looking in, it looks nuts. So Diddy's got to come with something because I mean he's got his back against the wall right now. You can't leave your artist to die. Like that was one of your like not bigger acts, but that was one of your acts. He was bad boy. You got to take
Hmm.
care of the crew. You got to take care of your fam. But
I mean, if it comes through with like a funeral thing, I mean, he's gone now.
yeah, there's no
What do you?
fucking point.
Yeah. What are you gonna
Not
do? Like throw him a grand funeral, but he's not here to witness that. He's already.
you
Anyways.
have to give the people the flowers while they can still smell them. You have to. Because once they can't smell the flowers, there's no fucking point in giving them flowers anymore. Don't take that the wrong way
Um,
because people leave flowers at the grave. That's totally cool. I'm talking about figurative
I bought mom
flowers.
flowers for her birthday.
Oh, yeah, it was her birthday. Happy birthday.
I did. I'm broke as shit. I spent so much money, but you know,
Was your
worth
mom
it.
upset with us that we were screaming about the Magna Carta at like 2 in the morning or some shit?
No, at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Um, yeah, but I took her out for breakfast. We had a great brunch, and then we went to the beach. Um, what else did we do? I mean, I bought her. Um, so there's like a thermal hot springs thing here in Victoria, down near the beach. So I bought her like a package for like a day spa with dinner, and that was like her birthday present. She always wanted to do that, so I got that for her.
Oh, aren't you a sweetheart?
And I got her flowers. Uh, $100 worth, because 50 for 50 years and 50 for the 50 more to come. And
Aww.
what else did I? Obviously brunch, and then we went to the beach, and then what else did we do? Oh, and I got dinner for us.
That's so sweet of you. Under all that tough skin and not liking a single thing on this planet, you're actually a pretty sweet, woman.
I am a very sentimental gift giver.
Oh, you're gonna like you'll find like you're one of those chicks that'll give the boyfriend the constellation shit. Like this is the night sky, the night that we met.
No, someone that I dated was into, very much into, oh, what's that? The mafia show?
Godfather.
Yeah, The Godfathers. So he was really into that, and for his birthday, I think I got him the pilot script with all the actors' signature on it, framed, to put in his office because he's in the film industry, and he almost cried.
Wait, no, that's not the Godfather. That's I want to say it's the Sopranos, but I think I'm
Oh, The
fucking that up.
Sopranos, yeah, The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sopranos, yeah.
Because the Godfather's the movie. You're
Sopranos,
talking about a TV show.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the pilot episode, the script of the pilot episode with all the actors' signature on it. Um, yeah, I got that for his birthday.
That's lit.
Mhm.
He lost a real one, head ass.
He did. And then I was like, why the fuck did I, put all that energy into it?
All right, speaking of,
And
yeah,
some,
go ahead.
oh no, and someone else, I did a painting for him because I don't know, of his favorite animal. I did like a portrait. Ah, God, I hate
What's
myself
his favorite
now.
animal?
A lion.
What is he,
It's
7?
not cause he's a Leo or anything. He just, he just likes lions.
He goes
So,
to the zoo and like looks at the
but
lions and
like
gets like giddy
it was
with glee.
kind of like an inside joke because like DJ Khaled would always scream lion, and I would always like when I would answer the phone, I wouldn't say hello. I would be like lion, Like I would yell into it, and just to piss him off. So then I painted a line for him. Anyways, this is I
Who
hate
the fuck
myself.
is a grown man with a lion as their favorite animal?
I mean, I tell him that his favorite animal is a lion, like sarcastically. So I did that for him, not his favorite animal, but like
Oh, I
I
thought
was
he was
like,
like, I thought he would go to the zoo and click his heels with glee when he got to like the lion exhibit.
could you imagine? I would drop him in a heartbeat. But
I want to ride the lion. Me, pick me, looking ass. Nah, but
but like I feel like the zoo is a perfect spot for like a good second date.
I don't think so because I don't want to look at tortured, caged up animals with a significant other of mine.
No, but like I don't know what kind of zoos are in America, but like over here, it's like a very good, like they have really good environmental, like sustainable programs that, and pretty great enclosures. So,
Well,
you know,
this is America, so you could probably guess what kind of fucking zoos we have.
I mean, I wouldn't know. So, um, yeah, it's great.
Okay,
Zoos.
enough about lions and zoos and you fucking a lion lover.
Jesus.
Let's address why we weren't here yesterday. Not yesterday, but it feels
For like a week.
every day is an audio adventure to me. Okay?
That doesn't sound right, but
I know I'm trying to
anyways.
fucking edit myself out, okay? Relax. So last week, um I was working on stuff like the night before and my camera didn't come in and my microphone wasn't working. There was a whole bunch of shit going on. And then on top of all that, Sunday morning I wake up to record and my grandmother had passed away from COVID. Not COVID, it was complications from COVID. So she was in really bad shape. She was in hospital for about a month and she had just finally lost her fight. And so my mom was in shambles, my dad was overseas beating himself up, and the whole family's arguing and fighting. So it was a whole bunch of turmoil. So there was no way I was going to record that day. I called Amanda. I said, "Hey, can we like push it back a day or a week?" And she said, "Yeah, sure, because I'm feeling sick anyway." So I said, "Okay, cool." So it's not completely my fault. It's like 90% my fault, which is better than 100%. And so we pushed it back and I posted on all the social media, but what I realized is that most of you guys still don't follow us on social media, and this isn't like a knock to you or anything, but there was no way for me to tell you guys. And so the whole week in my head, I was thinking, oh my God, they're going to think we pod faded. And I didn't want you to think that we pod faded because we're only in episode 9. This is episode 9 right now. And I didn't want you to think we were one of those like bitch podcasts that give up after 8 episodes. Like, no, I love this shit, and we're gonna get to 1,000+ episodes of this shit, whether Amanda likes it or not. Amanda can like, I don't know, cyborg Amanda if Amanda like doesn't want to do it anymore. Just like build an AI that sounds like her, and then like have her like just play off my conversation or some shit. I don't know. But we are doing
Have
this
a
long term.
rotation. Have a rotation of Australian girls.
No, I don't want to talk to you Australian women. I like you because we like vibe a
Why?
lot.
Why are you being
I
a
don't want to
hater
talk.
to Australian?
No, I don't want to talk to American women, Australian. I don't want to talk to a whole bunch of random ass people on my podcast.
You can have a gaggle of Australian women.
I want a gaggle of Australian women next to me that I can like hold and like vibe with. I don't want to talk to them through a computer because most women
That's not
that
what we're doing.
no offense, most most women that I've met like can't hold a pod. Like I've tried to start a podcast in the past with other female friends that I've had, and they just can't hold a conversation. Like they don't know how to talk. They don't have like a personality really. They've never really talked about things that are deep or like I don't know, it's just shallow ass shit. And I'm not talking to all my other female friends. I know Savannah listens to the podcast. Shout out to you. You're gonna hit me like, what are you talking about? So I'm not talking about you. So relax. And Yeah, all that
instead
other
of
shit.
just covering all his bases so you
Yeah,
don't
you
get
have to.
attacked.
I run a podcast. I'm not used to this shit. It's episode 9. I'm used to just talking and people not giving a shit. But yeah, I don't want to talk to a whole bunch of random chicks every week. I'm sorry.
I said a rotation, not a whole bunch of random.
No, I don't want a rotation. I want one person that I vibe with, maybe two people that I vibe with. And that's the reason that I've only done the guest podcasts with people that I fuck with and people that I know can hold a conversation. Like Tim, shout out to Timmy, and Jalal and Dalton. That's coming soon. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. If you find me an interesting Australian woman and bring her on the podcast, and we could talk to her. We could like get to know her a little better. Like ask her the hard hitting questions.
Sure.
Like, do you love this shit? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard you fuck your girl. Is it true? You getting money? All right.
Hilarious. I just
So
saw a thread where this girl posted the number of times that Nikki was annoyed at Safari, and just a mess, but hilarious. Like she was loathing the guy the whole time. Like she would be talking into the camera or like speaking to someone in the room, and he'll be in the back break dancing, and she'll just turn around and look at him like, "The fuck are you doing? Stop dancing. Just be normal for once in your life."
I'm fucking dancing. Don't you dare. Why are your feet moving?
No, but like when she's like having a conversation with someone and he's like in the background full on breakdancing for no reason with no music on, just breakdancing.
What?
And this is multiple times.
How do you keep your rhythm?
Mm. It's Safari. He has his own little rhythm in his head.
Yo, if Safari came into my house and just started dancing without music, I would probably fight him.
He's mental. Safari is not right in the head.
Safari is fucking hilarious, though. I'm gonna give him that. He is hilarious. He is very entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit where he was on the Breakfast Club and he was freestyling and Charlemagne said, "Nah, that ain't it, man."
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Charlemagne was sitting like listening to him, letting him get his bars off, and the second he finished, he's like, "Nah, that ain't it, Chief."
You should give up while you're ahead.
Now, Safari has like one or two songs that are okay, but he's not like you know, I don't consider him like not a real
He's
artist.
not an artist.
I mean,
He's a
he
dancer,
is.
but he's not an artist.
He can make songs. He was helping Nicki write some of her songs. I mean, that's not cap. He can write
Well,
songs.
apparently he like admitted that that was all a lie. Like he never helped her write anything.
Shout
He
out
was
to
just he was just mad. After they broke up and was like, let me slender her a little bit. And then he's like, I'm sorry for like perpetuating that lie that I was writing songs for her. I wasn't. I was just
well, no,
mad.
I'm sure Safari helped her with a few songs, but there's a difference between like help and like recording reference tracks. Like the way he was saying it implied that he was writing Nicki's like entire shit. And
Yeah.
when you listen to his music, you can tell that he did not write all her shit. Because Nicki can rap. I don't care what anybody says. Nicki can rap.
Oh
But
yeah.
Safari cannot fucking rap.
I never used to I never used to be into Nicki that much. Okay, I like Nicki, but her pop shit just does my head in that I hated listening to her music for so long just because I just can't get the that
What
kind
the
of
fuck was that?
she goes like she has like this, and then she goes like into like the weird deep voice, and then she comes out of it like like what?
Well, you have your man Kanye West to thank for that.
Like the pop shit that she does, I cannot
You know she
stand.
hated that too. Like when she did that. When she did that on
But
Monster.
the money.
No, no, no.
Yes.
When she did it on Monster, she did like a whole bunch of takes where she was doing in all sorts of weird ass voices, and she
Mhm.
was like, I hate this shit. Like, she was doing it as a joke. And Kanye said, no, I fucking love this, and I'm going to cut it up so that, like, all your takes are, like, meshed together. And the way he did it, like, basically kind of gave her a blueprint for the style. And I think it's all right when she does it, but it's like
Mhm.
she just does it too fucking much. Like, I could see you trying to, like, vocally play around a little bit, but I don't know.
I think it's because it it just made her like stand out a little bit from other people. So I guess she just like, you know what, if this is making me money, then let me just stick with it. And I just couldn't. But
Oh, hey,
I don't mind her music. I like her.
Julian just texted me. Shout out to
Hmm.
Julian. He said he's watching the Patreon, and the bit about um, DC's Gotham City is like making him bust out laughing. Apparently, so shout out to you. I'm glad you're
Uh.
enjoying that. A quick recap because I want the main audience to hear this shit. Okay,
Hmm.
so Amanda brought up the easiest question on planet Earth and wanted to debate me about it. Whether, like, which one would you rather live in, Marvel's New York City or DC's Gotham? And obviously, you would want to live in Marvel's New York City because in
I
Marvel's New
mean,
York
not
City,
obviously.
no, it's dead obvious. Okay, like
No.
if some shit goes down, there's Iron Man,
One
there's mad people
one
to save me.
one city has crimes, and the other city has like fucking alien invasions every other week.
Okay, I don't give a shit. It's every other week. Okay,
Crime
it's every other week.
exists,
It's every other week. So you could have a regular ass day in Marvel's New
but
York
like
City.
an upheaval and destruction of a city every other week
I
compared
don't
to
give a
just
shit
crime just existing.
if my house gets destroyed and fucking Iron Man or Captain America saves my life. That's lit. But if I'm jaywalking or
You
doing
you
some
made it
petty shit,
sound like
no,
you made it sound like, hey, Captain America, you can come save my life because I'm getting destroyed by this alien right here. I mean, that's what I would do.
yeah, I have Captain America on speed dial. Ayo, Cap. No, but
It's
what was,
beautiful.
what was I saying before you so rudely interrupted me? Yeah, fuck. Marvel's New York City, there's always going to be, like, the heroes are defined and the villains are defined. So, like, somebody will be there to help you at least, and you can have a regular day. In Gotham City, there's crime every fucking day, number one. And number two, Batman isn't even a true hero. Like, he's in between. So, if Joker, God forbid, runs past you and, like, fucking touches you or daps you up or some shit, you're not even with that shit, and all of a sudden Batman comes and breaks your ribs because he thinks you're the bad guy. All of a sudden you got to deal with the Joker, you got to deal with some petty crime, and you got to deal with Batman thinking you're like some piece of shit. Like, imagine I'm like jaywalking or I'm just selling weed, like doing some petty shit, and Batman comes and breaks my spine or some shit. Like, there's no way you're not in constant danger in Gotham. In Marvel's New York City, sure, the buildings are gonna collapse and everything's gonna get fucking destroyed, but that happens like what, once a month, once every 2 months. Like, most of the time, it's a regular ass day, so you could have a normal day and not get pummeled every fucking day by Batman or one of his goons or some shit, you know. So that was the main thing, and Amanda ended up agreeing with me at the end of the day. So don't let all this arguing shit that she's doing fool you. All right.
I know, but like, yeah. Well, the other universe has a plethora of superheroes, but Batman is not even a superhero. He's just
No,
a
you're think.
vigilante
Let me
with gadgets.
let me put something in
That's
perspective with you.
that's literally it for him.
Let
But
me put something into perspective for you. Okay, so in Marvel's New York City, that's the central hub for every motherfucker in Marvel. The Baxter Building that the Fantastic Four are in is there. The Avengers Tower is there. Oscorp is there. Everyone's fucking there. So there's way more likely of a chance that somebody will, like, either rescue you or get the situation under control. In Gotham, people are so fucking scared of Batman, like Superman and all those other meta human ass motherfuckers. They're so scared of Batman, Batman won't even let them into Gotham City. So if some shit goes down in Gotham City, like some alien level, like if fucking apocalypse comes down, the only person you have to rely on is Batman. Okay? I'm not letting some regular ass dude in a costume fight fucking Apocalypse, even though he has beat Apocalypse before. But I don't know. I'm not gonna trust like Batman with some Thanos level fucking threat because he's too prideful to let anybody else in Gotham City. Boy, if you don't let Superman and Flash come help your stupid ass, we're gonna all get
He
vaporized and
was
shit. I don't know.
he, he was so jaded after his parents got murdered that any criminal, he would beat the fuck out of them.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like if I'm selling Lucy's on the street, Batman's gonna come and like rip my head
You
off.
could
Like
you could have a potential. You could have the potential to kill someone. You know, you start off with selling selling that, and then you upgrade to killing people to
no, no,
really
no.
beat you up.
That's my problem with Batman too. Batman won't kill. He'll beat you within a centimeter of your fucking life, but he won't kill you. Now, Amanda, would you rather be in a body bag for 2 months or would you rather die? I would rather die. Honestly, that's just me. And that's not even morbid. Like, if Batman breaks every fucking bone in my body and just leaves me to heal, no, you might as well just kill me, dude. Like, just let me see my Lord and Savior, and I don't want to have to deal with
And
your stupid ass. I'm just a petty criminal. I'm not the fucking Riddler, okay? You gotta chill the
and
fuck out, man.
he basically owns Gotham. So like, what are you gonna do? Go to the hospital, and he tells the nurses that don't treat this guy.
I've bought the
And now,
hospital. Don't you dare treat him.
yeah, exactly. And now you're like, well, you've almost killed me, but you didn't kill me. But then you're preventing me from receiving medical help. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, let's
I will choose New York.
I would 100% choose Marvel's New York City. Like, in a
Hmm.
fucking heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I'm not having Batman swoop in and break my legs because I'm doing some petty shit. Like, I'm crossing at the don't walk sign. Like, all of a sudden, my life flashes before my eyes. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, dude? But let's talk about something that seems to be near and dear to your heart. DJ Mustard's personal shopper apparently iced herself out on his dime, and
As we know,
it took him
as we
thousands
know,
of fucking dollars to realize that this was happening. Like
not thousands, hundreds of thousands.
DJ Mustard, do you not check your bank account? Like, do you not get an alert from Bank of America that says, "Hey, man, did you just spend 50 racks at Louis Vuitton?" Like, you don't check your shit because
Your mate dropped the ball.
motherfuckers like I don't
He
even
works.
shop at Dolce and
He
Gabbana,
works
but
in. He works in Bank of America in the fraud squad, the fraud section or whatever.
yeah, we should call Tim, but I can't take calls on this one. I got to figure out how to take calls on this podcast because that would be fucking hilarious. I'd be calling people. This whole podcast will
Him,
become a
you dropped
call
the
in
ball
podcast.
with DJ Mustard. You should have told him that his personal shopper was spending money on things that she shouldn't have spent money
DJ
on.
Mustard's stupid ass. He's probably got a bank account with like Chase or like TD Bank, some bullshit ass bank. Like, but not
I
Bank
know.
of America is ass cheeks. I want to put that out there right now. Fuck you, Tim, because y'all don't help me with shit. The other day I got charged a foreign fee. I'm like, what the fuck is a foreign fee? I've been in Jacksonville for 10 years. I haven't left Jacksonville in over a decade. What the fuck is a foreign fee? And he's telling me, oh shit, beats me. I'm like, what you mean beats me? He's like, I don't deal with credit. I only deal with debit. I'm like, oh, so they got like, they have, instead of Tim, they have Tom working over at the credit fraud. Like, bro, fuck Bank of America, man. And every time I go there, they're on some bullshit. So y'all better fix that shit, or I'm switching to a smaller bank. Like that's facts. But anyway, enough about my financial situation. What the fuck, DJ Mustard? You don't check your bank
Mhm.
account. You don't look through your shit. Like you give her a budget. It's like, all right, buy me. I don't know.
No, those personal shoppers don't get a budget. They give them like a credit card to go buy whatever.
You know what's funny as shit? DJ Mustard just bought his masters, and now all the money that he's gonna make from the masters, he's just lost off this personal shopping ass bitch. Iced herself out on his dime.
Listen, Kim Kardashian was Brandy's personal shopper, and she. Okay, so I mean, I guess I'm looking at the article now, and well, she didn't spend like 100,000. She spent like just over 50,000, but Kim Kardashian spent over 120 or $30,000 on Brandy's credit card to buy shit for herself, not just for herself, but for her tacky shop in Calabasas. That the shop that her sister and her they used to have in their TV show at the start, Dash. He used money from Brandy's credit card to buy stock for her shop.
Okay, but
That is some broke. What?
Brandy never went to Instagram and said, "Oh my God, Kim Kardashian is running up
No,
my card."
this was pre Instagram. This was like back in the day when Kim was a nobody and she was a personal shopper and like an assistant to Paris Hilton, and
This
she's
chick is a
basically.
This chick's a nobody too.
But what I'm saying is, those personal shoppers need to be stopped. They're out of control.
Or here's here's some here's an easy solution, right? You
Mm-hmm.
ready for this one? This is gonna blow your fucking mind.
Don't give your credit card to them.
Buy your own fucking shit, all right? I wouldn't even trust a personal
No,
shopper. I can't dress for shit. Some personal shopper goes and buys me some bullshit. Of course she's gonna run up the tab on some stupid shit. And I can't dress. I'm ugly as shit. I don't need all this extra fancy bullshit. Like all of a sudden I look, there's 50K out my card. The
no.
fuck?
Well, people like that don't have time to do like mundane things like go and shop for like you know all their clothes that they're gonna wear on stage or to like talk shows and shit. So they have those personal shoppers to just go pull stuff for them and then bring them in. Then the stylists go through like the you know rack and then they style the outfits for the celebrity. So that's like understandable. But I think it's not even like the amount of money because, he's a millionaire. I don't think it's the money that matters. I think it's like the principle of I trusted you and this was a job. Like she was on like 70K a year just to buy clothes. Like that's literally her job was just to buy clothes. And she was like making $70,000 in her salary. Um, and she like abused that. So it was like I guess like the principle of it, like, hey man, like I trusted you and I'm paying you a salary. And then you go behind my back, you buy all this stuff, and then you go stunt on Instagram like you're buying all this luxury goods with your own money. But hilarious because, I was a personal shopper, but for free. I wasn't on a salary.
Yeah, that's because you were a simp.
I saw that. I'm like, damn, like I could even like not even me. I was so trustworthy. I would buy exactly. I was buying shit online for this person and not even like stealing a cent from them.
Are you trying to
I
market yourself
should
as a
have.
personal shopper because you have like
I
a job?
should have.
You have a job right now. It's like you run a podcast with me, and then you also like run this multi-billion-dollar company that you don't tell us about. So
No, I don't.
no, nobody's gonna. You shouldn't like put yourself out there to be a personal shopper. I'm not gonna let you use 30 minutes of this podcast to
I
advertise
will
yourself.
be
I'm super
a
loyal,
personal
and
shopper.
I'll never spend your money. And call me. My number's
I
here.
never do.
Here's my resume, and you
My
know.
resume is on my outfit with my coats and furs.
Oh no, that's hilarious. We stumbled on a really funny topic. Who would
What?
let you be their personal shopper? Like if I looked at you, I would not let you style me.
Listen, this guy had a terrible dress sense, and his whole outfit now, like his not outfit, but his whole wardrobe now that he's like on Instagram stunting in is me. I I selected these clothes for him, and I bought them well, with his money, but like I added them to his shopping cart for him and sent him the link to buy.
Okay, hold up. Let's play a little game.
I sent
So
him whole shopping carts that he could buy. I pre-selected the clothes for him.
let's play a little game. Let's have some fun.
Hmm.
You know what I look like, right? Like almost like 100%. Well, how would you style me? Like just give me a regular outfit. Like I don't know. I'm going out with the boys.
I'm not styling anyone for free anymore. Run
No,
me my
just
check.
no. I'm not gonna wear anything you
Run me
fucking
my
tell me.
check.
I'm not gonna wear shit you tell me. I just want to see where your mind is at.
My mind is scrambled right now. After that, I have closed that vault of never styling men again.
I'm not asking you to style me. I will never wear a thing you suggest to me. I just want to see where your mindset is at. Like how you would. It's like,
Well, he
all
was
right,
like,
Joseph. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw you in a triple XL overcoat, and then
that's my style.
yeah. So I want to see where your mind like goes, like what you like, how you would want. Would you want a man
Well,
to dress like similarly to you? Because that would be fucking hilarious.
yes, of course. Um, I told him that he needs to have at least two Chelsea boots, so a black one and a brown one,
Yeah, that sounds
because
standard.
get get guys need to get rid of those fucking loafers and those church shoes, like the pointy one that you like and has a shoelace. That those need to be banished from existence. They are so fucking ugly. Oxford shoes, I can accept Oxford shoes, you know, but that's like a stretch. But get yourself Chelsea boots, guys. That like it goes with everything. Also, tailored pants. Like I cannot stress this enough. Get tailored pants, chinos, but
Just get
not the
tailored
ones.
anything. Get everything to fit to your body.
No,
That's just the
I
number
yeah.
one.
Well, yeah. But like chinos, if you're getting chinos, don't get those fucking stupid ones that have like bands of like elastic down at the bottom. Like, what are you, 10 years old, that you need to have your pants like stuck to your legs so it doesn't like, I don't know, your socks doesn't roll off your fucking ankles. Get proper chinos, get them in neutral colors, obviously, but then you need a good wool coat. So I would always recommend blue coats for men over black coats. But if you were to get, two different colors, get a blue one, like a navy blue coat, a long, heavy wool navy blue coat, and black or gray.
This does not apply to Floridians. Do not get a wool coat. You will die. You will 100%. You will cook like a rotisserie chicken. Get something.
Anorex. Get anorex. Good anorex. But like,
Anorak sounds like some good shit. What is that?
they're like, I wear a lot of anoraks. They're kind of like casual, like they're long coats, but like they're thinner.
Can you get on the microphone?
Yeah, I am on the microphone.
You were in and out. Giggity.
Okay, so like I don't know how to like describe anoraks. Let me look up a definition of an anorak and see what the it's like a light spot coat, but you can get them in variations that are like um I have a couple of olive green ones and uh, a navy blue one. I also have a maroon one, and they're just like casual. Okay, it is a very white kind of like style, but hear me out on this one. Anoraks are great. Get you one of those for like a casual Sunday brunch kind of situation if you're going out.
What if I'm too broke for brunch?
Well, and that's you too broke for an anorak. No, I'm joking.
I thought I
Nobody's
thought
too
I
broke for
thought
an anorak.
Anorex was some good shit. Like you like
No,
pop an
they're like
you
sport.
pop an Anorex and you like start seeing shit. That's what I thought an Anorex was.
They're just basically sports coat, kind of like yeah, they're like down jackets, kind of, but like but thinner. Um, but
I
then you
still
can
have no
get them
idea
in
what it
like
is, but okay, you guys look up anorax on your own time. Make sure you don't accidentally look up a drug and get like your door busted down or some shit. But it's
I
basically
mean,
it's a wool
it's
coat,
kind
but
of
it's
like
the exact opposite of a wool coat is what I'm getting.
yeah, it's kind of like canvasy, but
Gotcha,
then
gotcha, gotcha.
sometimes it can be like wool, and it doesn't have to be canvas. Also, what else was I saying? Good jeans, obviously, that's like basic. Don't get boot cut jeans. Don't
Bootcut
like
jeans. I used to wear
don't
bootcut jeans, but the only reason I would wear bootcut jeans is because
unless if your thighs and calves are thick, then sure, get
yeah,
them.
I was working out and I literally when I would go to work, I'd have to bend over and like lift the fucking the gutters, the fucking shutters for the store every morning. And if I wore regular jeans, like my calves and shit just wouldn't let me bend. So I needed something that would like let me move freely and all that. But I don't do none of that. I have a pair of like big ass jeans for work that are just baggy as shit, just so I could like work in them. But when I go out, I have like better fitting jeans. So
But like if you're getting boot cut, if you're a man getting boot cut, get the hem like tailored so it's not like bunching up down at the bottom.
if you're
But
not wearing a boot, do not wear a fucking boot cut. If you're not
do
wearing a boot,
not under any circumstances wear skinny jeans. For fuck's sake, please don't wear skinny jeans, especially ripped skinny jeans. If
man,
you're
let
over 25, get a fucking life and grow the fuck up. You do not wear ripped skinny jeans. Like, what are you?
men
A child?
let your penis breathe. All right, y'all are suffocating your dicks, and like your dicks are gasping for air when you pull them out of your fucking tight ass jeans. All right. Let your genitalia breathe a little bit. Like give them some space. All right.
I
You don't
was
need to compress the fuck out of them. All right. Like
I was watching this TikTok video of this broke guy in Florida who lives in his mom's basement giving men life advice on how to pull bitches according to him. And he was like, guys, get a slit in your eyebrow, get yourself some skinny jeans,
hey,
and
hold up,
make sure they're
hold up.
ripped. And I was like, that's how you get women in Florida
Not a
with a
slit in
slit in your
no.
eyebrow with
I'll tell you
skinny
what
ripped
happened.
jeans.
A slit in the eyebrow. Soldier Boy started that shit. I don't know who started it, but Soldier Boy. When I remember in my generation, Soldier Boy is who made that popular. Because everyone was getting like the three slits in their eyebrow, and then by the time we were in high school, everyone was desperately trying to grow their eyebrow back because they had those like permanent slits in them almost. Because eyebrows grow back super fucking slow, and so
Hmm.
like if I had gotten a slit like in elementary school, I think I would have just now got my eyebrows back. But that shit is insane. But that was a thing back then, so don't act like it wasn't a thing. Motherfuckers were getting bitches off the slit in the eyebrow. All right.
I'm talking about 2021. He's giving advice to, I wouldn't say men, to boys on TikTok. This is how you get bitches. You get a slit in your eyebrow, you wear like ripped skinny jeans, you don't need a job because women are not attracted to money, they're attracted to confidence. So just be confident. A guy who's earning over six figures, she will choose you over him because if you're more confident than him, I will choose the guy with the money. Shut up.
Every
But
woman will choose the guy with the money.
any
Every
day,
single woman. Every single
I
woman.
don't care how confident you are and how skinny your jeans are and how slit your eyebrows are. I'm choosing the guy with the money, and I will fix his personality. Okay,
Sorry, Dave.
I'm
Your eyebrow
I don't
slit just wasn't
I'm
big enough
not
for
gonna
me.
I'm not gonna entertain you and your great confidence and personality in your mom's basement when you don't have a job and you're confessing on the internet that you don't even have any qualifications, not even a trade qualification. Please Just shut up. Your whole job is being a dick on TikTok. Like, his mom should have beat his ass when he was little. Seriously.
Are you finished with the slander?
Anyways, so he
Yeah,
was telling people to get skinny jeans. Do not. Do I like just don't. If you want people to assume that you have a tiny dick, then yeah, keep wearing a skinny jeans because those shit just look terrible on men.
I don't care what you said, but that's Florida. So Florida, stand up. Hey!
Just look like sausages getting stuffed into a casing. My rent. Anyway, so personal shopping, yeah, get a nice tailored suit. I mean, but then he had money, so he was like getting like fucking like custom made Armani suits that I was like helping him pick out and shit. So
You
I,
getting
I was
A-Rap
literally
money.
I was literally his personal shopper, and I hate myself for that.
And he didn't let you beat. It's all good, though.
Not that I would. He's a slut.
You wanted to beat at the
Oh,
time. That's why you were shopping with him for free. But it's all good. I ain't gonna slander you no more. It's
never,
cool. It's cool, Amanda.
never,
It's all right. You don't have to put on this.
never.
You don't have to front for the
I could
podcast. It's cool. We are all
I'm not
family here.
fronting. I'm not fronting, and I wouldn't even touch him with a 10 foot. He is nasty. I'm not going there. I'm pretty sure he has all the STDs, all of the above.
All right. So now I'm gonna take the rest of the podcast, and we're gonna come down the hill so that you can die alone on that hill. And
But
while you do that,
if
let's.
anybody has a personal shopper job for like 70,000 a year, hit me up. I'm happy to personal shop for you.
Yes, I'm sure the 9 people in Columbus, Ohio, are like, you know what? Maybe I do need a personal shopper.
I'm great at choosing Armani suits. So
Only
let me
Armani.
know.
You send her to Louis Vuitton, she's gonna be like stupid confused. She's gonna be like, let me get a Nah, but you helped me inspire this next topic, and you were talking about how you used to walk home to the Jay Z album, or used to walk to school to the Jay Z album,
Yeah.
Magna Carta. We have to see because he's got like 11 albums. It's Magna Carta. It's the one that y'all think is ass that is fire. Ryan fight me, Mike fight me, any old heads fight me. Magna Carta is a good album. All right, it's not his best
It's a
album.
great
It's not his
melodic
best
album.
album. I will fight you over this. Don't come to me saying, "Oh, you said Jay Z Magna Carta was his best album." I didn't say that. I didn't say none of that shit. I said that album is a good album. Tom Ford is my shit. Uh,
Pop
Picasso.
Molly Arrow Tom Ford.
What is it? Picasso Baby, whatever the hell that song is called. That is my shit. Oceans is my shit. What else? Holy Grail is my shit. Even though it's got Culture Vulture ass Justin Timberlake on there, that's my
Fuck
shit.
Justin.
All right, but what album?
Why is there a fucking helicopter outside my house? Jesus.
It's we get crickets, we get birds, and now we get helicopters. What the fuck is up with Australia, man? I live in Florida. You don't hear gunshots through my microphone.
I'm surprised.
That's I don't know if that's like racist, regionist. I don't fucking know. But
Racist.
anyway, fuck that. Which what's your favorite album to just walk to?
What my favorite walking album?
Or if you don't
Ooh.
walk for some reason, like who the fuck doesn't walk? But just picture yourself walking, and what would be the soundtrack to you walking? Like not like you're not
Um,
walking to like the corner store. You're walking like you're going on like a brisk like walk. No destination. You're just
mhm.
like taking in the sights and shit.
You're going for like an afternoon walk.
Yeah, like
Um,
maybe an hour, 2 hours.
see, I used to listen to like albums when I'm walking, but now I listen to podcasts or like a playlist. But if I were to listen to an album while I'm walking, oh, now I'm trying to think. I was okay. So I was only listening to Magna Carta and walking to school because that was when it came out, and I was like, I need to listen to this. And then I liked every single song on that album, Like I felt like not a single song was terrible. Um, you know, fight me on this.
Hear that, you old
Uh,
heads?
I didn't say it was like, oh, amazing and revolutionary. I said that
You're gonna get an old head pop out of the bush and like put you in a chokehold. Oh, you forgetting about Blueprint
every
3? You forgetting about Blueprint 2? You forgetting about Blueprint 1? You forgetting about Hard Knock Life? You forgetting about Dead Presidents? You forgetting about all this other shit? I'm like, bro, relax. All right.
all I'm saying is it's a very easy listen. Like it's just pleasant to listen to that whole album, and not one song on that album was terrible to me. I enjoyed every single one of them. Um, but if okay, I was not ready for this. I would say if I like for my if I was gonna walk and I'd listen to one single album for my whole walk, um, J. Cole World, the sideline story. I would
That's okay. That's interesting.
because
I don't know.
it's like a storytelling. So you're listening to his story, and there's a progression through it, and you're like, ah, oh, someone's telling me a story while I'm walking.
Like for me, I wouldn't choose if I was going with J. Cole, I would pick not an album. I would pick one of his mixtapes. It'd probably be either Yours Truly or what's the one that got him signed, the warm up. Because for me, I don't know why when I'm walking, I don't want to listen to hit songs. I want to listen to like album cut songs. And a story for me, this is what got me into like listening to albums while I was walking. Quick story. So when I was driving senior year of high school, I took one of my friends home. Shout out to Armando, but also fuck you. This is kind of all your fault. And I backed into somebody by accident, and my dad took my car away. He was like, "No, fuck you. Like you've done this way too many times." Even though the last two accidents I got in were not my fault in any way, shape, or form. Somehow this was my fault anyway, which it was. But he was trying to pin all the accidents on me. Anyway, whatever. Me and my dad got a box. That's the moral of that story. So he took the car away, and I was riding the city bus. And the city bus is fucking atrocious here. And the only stop that's near us that the bus drops me off is there's plenty of people that live in Jacksonville, so I'll like the bus used to drop me off in Hendricks, not Hendricks, way past Hendricks. Shit, it used to drop me off damn near at like Friendship Fountain, and my house is like all the way down San Jose, like where it hits University. So that's a fucking walk. That's like an hour and some change walk. And so the bus would drop me off, and I would just have to fucking
Wait,
hike back.
there's no connecting bus.
No, not for something that far. No, like not that distance. Because our bus is fucking terrible. Our bus system sucks. Like the bus that takes me
Wait,
from school, like there's a bus stop right next to me, but it's not the bus. Like we have like 20 or 30 different bus routes, and they all go completely different. Like for this bus, like any
what?
bus, you get on a bus, it connects you. You have to go to their main hub downtown, and then you get on a bus. So for let's say if I want to go
What?
like, yeah, if I'm in the south side and I want to go to Riverside, which is pretty close, like it's a 15-minute drive. It'll take me downtown, which is further than fucking Riverside, right? I connect downtown, and then I have to wait for a bus to take me to Riverside. It's fucking terrible. Worst shit ever. That was the biggest motivation to get a car ever. If you don't have a car in Florida and you're dealing with this bullshit, well, not in Florida. I mean, Tampa's got really good public transportation. Basically, anyone but Jacksonville. If you don't have a car in Jacksonville and you're dealing with the public transportation, I salute you, and you have like a fucking iron heart and an iron will. Because I did not.
And they're fit because they're walking.
They're walking like a motherfucker. Like my brother. My brother still doesn't know how to drive. He's still dealing with the bus. But my brother doesn't give two fucks. It's like, all right, whatever, dude. If you want to take the bus to your corporate job every day like a fucking loser, by all means, do that shit. But
I catch public transport to my job. What are you
yeah,
trying
but
to
your
say?
public transportation is reliable, and your city is not the size of an entire fucking state.
That is also true.
Ours,
I I
every
I I, I
one side of town, like the south side of Jacksonville, is the equivalent of like a city, if not a city and a half, of any other fucking city in
See,
America.
when you say city, you're not talking about like the central business district. You're just talking about
Talking about the entire thing.
the metropolitan area.
No, everything. Look up. Okay, I want
Yeah,
you.
see, there's like metro and then regional. You're talking about the metro part of Jacksonville, but then there's also a regional part of it, right?
No, Jacksonville itself is one big ass fucking city.
City.
Yes. And each side of town of Jacksonville is almost, it's the size of any city. Like if you go to, I don't know, like New York City, let's say, this might be a stretch. I'm just trying to make a quick comparison. But the
Mm-hmm.
south side of Jacksonville might be comparable to just New York City, just in size, like landmass wise. And
Oh
there's
yeah.
like
Okay.
4 or 5 sides of town. So this
But like
thing,
not density wise and you know.
yeah, just landmass wise, our city takes up an entire zip code. I think we're the only city that does that.
That is so
Or an
weird.
area code 904, like for phone numbers. We take up like our city takes up an entire area code for phone numbers. I don't think there's a single
Interesting.
I don't think there's a single city that does that in America, let alone just around the whole world.
So then if it's just one city, that's Jacksonville is just one city, why is the public transport so terrible then? That's like one jurisdiction that
Well, let me
like
tell you something.
they don't have multiple different people controlling it, so they can make one decision and make a nice interconnecting network of public transport.
Amanda, you're talking about the land of milk and honey. This is Jacksonville. Jacksonville has fumbled every. Let me give you a quick history lesson before I finish the story. Jacksonville was supposed to be Hollywood, and we fumbled that. We were supposed to get Disney World, and we fumbled that. We had our own beer company, and we fumbled that. We were considered the Harlem of the South. Do you know how bold of a claim that is? We had a whole jazz revolution in Jacksonville over by La Villa, and you can't find a single article of history in Jacksonville that details this fucking jazz revolution that we had. To call us the Harlem of the South is a humongous claim that there's no history or anything behind it. Basically, Jacksonville is the most depressing city. It's the concrete jungle where dreams are shattered. That's what Jacksonville is.
Concrete jungle where dreams come to die.
Oh, wait, we fumbled Google. Google was going to come and run fiber optic cables all around fucking Jacksonville. If you were in downtown Jacksonville, you could have had high-speed fiber optic Wi-Fi for completely fucking free. They fumbled that. And who do we bring? We bring fucking Amazon. I don't give two fucks about Amazon. Okay, so we have Amazon and my package. I have Amazon and my package still takes a week to arrive. And it's right fucking there. I could drive to them and be like, yo, can you just hand me my package?
Give it to me.
Yeah. I think some people do that. I might have to start doing that. But anyway, I digress.
You could just shop at a store instead of ordering from them, you know?
Nah.
Exactly. You keep giving money to your daddy, Bezos.
Excuse me? Watch your fucking mouth, all right? So
Keep
anyway,
giving money to him and funding his lifestyle.
enough about you having some fetish with me and Bezos. So the moral of the story is Jacksonville is ass and the transportation is horrendous. So I'm walking an hour and some change back, right? And this was, I don't want to say Dark Sky Paradise by Big Sean was like brand new, but it was like a newer album. It was his latest album that he dropped. And I had downloaded it on my phone because I couldn't afford Spotify or none of that shit at the time because I didn't have any sort of income. So I downloaded that album on my phone, and I would listen to it top to bottom, and goddamn was that a great listen. Like just walking, I don't know what it was, like, because it was the perfect amount of album cuts. I think there was only 2 hits on that album, maybe 3, which was I Don't Fuck With You and what's the other one? With Chris Brown and Ty Dolla Sign.
That song didn't age well. The I Don't Fuck With You song.
Yeah, that's why that song aged fucking terribly. Rest in peace to Naya Rivera.
Naya.
Oh my god. I'm glad he went on social media and said, "Hey guys, like, yeah, whatever, just leave it alone. It was a moment in time, and it was. I mean, at the time, how would he have known that she was gonna die tragically in a drowning accident? You know, like it was just a
I
fun
feel
little
like there was
revenge
just
song for his ex. You know,
I feel like there was just like something really fishy about her death. Like that just doesn't. I don't know.
for more on that, you can listen to any of the conspiracy theory podcasts that are all over the web.
Listen, the way she like arrived and like parks her car like weirdly at a weird angle and was like rushing out of it and like grabbing the baby and like walking really quickly down to the dock like she was like trying to get away from something, and then when she got on, like, no life jacket, just weird. The lake was empty and it was just them two on it. Weird.
Maybe, but I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that because then that leads to indictments, and I don't know anything. I don't know shit about shit, so I'm not gonna put her death on anybody or anything
No,
or any of that shit. Yeah,
yeah. But like, I'm
I'm not saying
still,
you are. I'm just saying to be careful because I mean, we might blow up one
well,
day and then they'll pull the shit out of
allegedly,
context. You know? Yeah, allegedly. There we go.
um, but the way that her baby's father and her sister were moving after her death, weird. Just weird to me.
Pretty strange, yo.
I mean, she literally just died, and the sister moved in with her ex, like the week of her death. That is strange.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
I mean, it could just be all coincidence, but I don't know. I don't like to talk about shit like
Oh,
that.
oh my god.
She's
Okay.
dead. She's passed. Like God rest her soul. All that stuff. I just whatever that is, leave it alone, and it's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. But you know what else is a really good album? Not an album, mixtape. My favorite mixtape to just like walk or do shit to.
Hmm.
Underrated mixtape to me because Big Sean is just underrated in general. Detroit. The first Detroit, like his first mixtape, has aged beautifully. What's that? 24 Carats of Gold. I get a lot of flack for this, but 24 Carats of Gold is my favorite J. Cole verse ever. Just my personal favorite. Because it's concise, it's just jam packed with like wit and puns and humor and all that shit. Like it's like to me it's the definitive old school J. Cole. Like if you had to listen to one thing to convince you that J. Cole was that guy at the time, that would be the uh the verse I would play you. And now there's a lot of J. Cole stands, and they might say something different. Oh, you didn't hear "Love Yours"? Oh, you didn't hear "No Role Models"? Oh, you didn't hear all that? Like I don't know, but I'm not trying to get the stands mad. There's a whole bunch of you motherfuckers, and people like all my friends have this little thing where I absolutely abhor J. Cole, and I don't. It's just my thing is I'm not gonna get into it. Fuck it, because this is gonna be a whole conversation. I'm gonna get all hot and sweaty and angry, and this is not the podcast for it. Which
Mm.
brings me to real quick. There is a podcast for it. I'm starting my second podcast, Study Hall, with two of my best friends, and we're gonna be talking hip hop and we're gonna be talking shit. It's called the Study Hall Podcast because that's what we used to do in Study Hall. So we're gonna bring back that old school feeling where you're just sitting in study hall. We got the tables together. We're screaming about hip hop. We're talking a whole bunch of shit. You know, just toxic masculinity and hip hop. Like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm thinking we record on
Toxic
Wednesdays.
masculinity and hip hop.
Yeah,
Sounds
you
like
should tune in.
fun.
Shut up, Amanda. You sit here and turn my podcast to a conspiracy podcast. So I want some time with the boys.
It's
You
not
feel
a
me?
conspiracy podcast.
I'm messing with
just
you.
podcast. I'm just saying
Messing with you.
why they were still trying to recover her body. She moved in, and then they're out there holding hands and walking together before they even found her body. Like, why?
Amanda, I'm just kidding. You know that, right? I don't want to trigger you right now.
I'm just saying, just something is not right, and they need to keep investigating because I feel like all these people did her wrong.
It
Her
was a very
family.
strange death. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I don't know. It's just not my place to
Would you? Would you?
investigate any of that shit.
If your um ex fiance just died while the baby was on the boat, and they're still looking for her body, would you move in with her younger sister and carry the baby around like it's like yours baby, and
Who did that?
hold hands in public like you're a couple before they even recovered her body, like they were still searching for her, and they were out there like a whole couple
Who did
with
that?
the ex and the sister.
I don't know. That's just messy as
It
shit.
was kind of like she wanted to be her sister and like took on her life. Like it's just the
Yeah, but
weirdest shit.
that's what I'm talking about. That's when you start like putting shit on people.
No, the body wasn't even recovered yet, and she moved in with the guy. And then she was carrying the baby around like it was her baby and his, like, obviously it's his baby, but she was like, they looked like a little family, and then they were like holding hands and going shopping together, like the guy and the girl, and they haven't found the body yet.
I don't know. That whole shit just sounds messy as shit. And
I'm telling you, it is so weird, and they need to keep investigating. But, anyways, I digress, and all of that is alleged, by the way.
yeah, that's what I want you to preface it with because shit like that. People like Vlad and all those other like media personalities, they end up accidentally like snitching on people or like they like cuz police listen to shit like this. So you might you don't
Well, we're not
know, but you might
Americans, so.
it doesn't matter. Anyway, all that toxic masculinity, hip hop, study hall. It's gonna be dropping every Thursday. I want to say Thursday or Friday, whenever I have time to edit it. It's probably gonna be every Friday when we drop because we're gonna record on Thursday on Wednesday night and then drop it on Friday. That'll give me enough time to edit it and all that other shit between work. So it's gonna be lit. And the Patreon, the 50 subscribers is because it's one Patreon, so it's all together. So now, instead of 50 slots, essentially, if you're a listener on this podcast, there's only 25 slots left to get that special gift, and it's going to be lit. So y'all better jump on that shit. And shout out to
Yes,
Dre, shout out to
indeed.
Kelly. Thank you so much for giving me the honor of talking hip hop and talking shit with you guys. And yeah, that's about it. That's my plug.
I thought you were gonna keep going.
Okay, now speaking of Soldier Boy, because we talked about Soldier Boy last time,
A lot.
there's something I wanted to talk about because Soldier Boy is the goat of my generation, and I love Soldier Boy. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Soldier Boy has not dropped a dud ever. Soldier Boy has at least eight classic songs. I don't know if you were around when all that shit was going on, or you weren't like in the South when all that shit was going on. All these old heads are gonna come to me like, "Oh my God, Soulja Boy, one hit wonder, whatever." Soulja Boy's got mad hits. Do not talk to me about it. I grew up in the era. I was cranking that Soulja Boy in 5th grade, and I was kissing bitches through the phone in 7th grade, and I was showing people my swag in 8th grade, and I was hopping out the bed and turning my swag on. I was doing all that shit. All right, so y'all need to chill. But Soldier Boy, you need to fucking relax because Soldier Boy is here talking about that he made people want to wear Bape. Bape is
My
a
voice just gave out.
Bape is a clothing line. I want to say I'm sure Ryan will correct me later, but it's a line either Pharrell helped design it or Pharrell is like heavily involved in it, and Pharrell was the one essentially that made Bape popular. It's like the purple and red camo type shit that people used to wear, and it had like this ape on it or some shit. It was like a super popular like hype beast clothing brand back in the day. And actually, part of the beef between uh I don't like Pharrell and his camp, like Clips and Cash Money, like Wayne and all them, is part of it. I'm not saying all of it. Don't misconstrue my words. A small part of it was who wore Bape first, or who made people want to wear Bape, because Bape was super popular at the time. Bape and swatches and all that other shit. Pharrell and Clips and that whole crew, Justin Timberlake, they were all pushing that Bape shit. And so,
Was that like the early 2000s version of Supreme or something?
yeah, essentially. But I mean, Supreme was made as a skate company. Like, if you go, what a lot of people don't know is if you go to New York and like go to the Supreme store when it's open, the product is stupid affordable. It's like $20 for a t-shirt. Like, that's not too bad.
It's basically Vans.
It's the people that resell it that make the thing like, oh, Supreme's like $700, $800. If you go and pick up a Supreme shirt from the source, it's dummy affordable. And the reason, I mean, it is kind of like Vans, but Supreme was founded like by a skater dude for skater dudes, and like he would make the custom shit. Like, it was, I'm not saying I'm not gonna completely shit on Supreme, because I like Supreme and I like the idea behind Supreme. It's just the resellers that have given them a terrible name. And Bape is kind of the same way, but it was formed on a different premise. It's not like a skate brand. It's like, like I think it was some Japanese designer, and Pharrell loved it, so he started collaborating with them. And then Pharrell started collabing on swatches, and then that whole sort of shit just came together into like its own little style. So Soulja Boy did not convince people. I did not. I was a huge Soulja Boy fan. All right, you didn't. You never saw me go and pick up some Bape. Never.
That's like someone, taking the credit for Supreme blowing up and everyone getting on Supreme. Like,
no. If somebody
it was just a phenomenon of the times. It wasn't like a particular person blowing it up. It just
No, it could have been, but if it is the correct person, yes, give them all credit where credit is due. Like Pharrell and Lil Wayne and all of them, I'll give them credit for that, because people went out and bought Bape after Pharrell and Lil Wayne started wearing Bape, because nobody knew who Bape was before they came up. Bape was a super small company, super niche company. Everyone was wearing Bape. Supreme, I don't know how Supreme blew up. I don't know exactly, but I'm sure it's something along those lines. But you can't claim something that you didn't do. I love Soulja Boy, but I mean, none of my friends went out and bought Bape and said, "Oh, Soulja Boy like was wearing this shit, so I have to wear this." I might be wrong. Columbus, Ohio might hit me up and say, "Motherfucker, we're rocking Bape to this day." I don't know.
There's a Supreme Bape collaboration.
Of course.
Hilarious. And it's the ugliest shit in the world.
Yeah, I don't like when all those motherfuckers collab. Like, most of the time, it's some ugly shit.
But Coach and Bape looked fantastic.
Yeah, because Bape makes some dope shit, but like you have to mix shit.
But those hoodies are super ugly. Like, I can't stress it enough.
What, the camo Bape hoodies?
Yeah.
You're gonna get so much shit in the fucking like my friends are gonna hit me up and kill my ass for what you just said.
They're ugly. If you're wearing that shit, it's ugly. I don't care.
It's ugly now, but at the time that shit was lit. All right.
Oh my god.
And you're an old head, so you should know about this shit, Amanda.
Maybe people were wearing it in Australia, but I just was not paying attention to like.
Y'all wear some lame shit, Australia. Y'all don't follow the street trends. Y'all probably get that shit last.
Seriously.
Like, hey, bruv. You guys don't say bruv, but that's fucking hilarious. I'm going to get a whole bunch of angry calls from, like, Sydney or some shit.
No. Oh, Sydney people are fucking wankers.
Shout out to Veronica. I love you.
And Australians, shut the fuck. Like, stop saying bruv. Bruv is not your thing. Stop trying to be like the UK. You don't have fucking Jamaicans living here. Stop saying bruv. Just stick to mate. That's all I have to say to Australians that are wannabe fucking UK drill rappers. Like, You're from Melbourne. You're not from the streets. Shut it down.
Say their name. You're pussy. You won't do it.
I don't know their names, but I knew someone who was like trying to like produce for like this drill Melbourne drill group,
Melbourne
and he
drill
was
sounds
like,
fucking hilarious.
listen, he
We
was like
up in the
telling me,
suburbs.
he was telling me about like the people doing drill, and I'm like, y'all are from Melbourne. No one's gang banging in Melbourne. Like,
I, rem-
just shut it down.
I heard some Australian drill
No,
music one time, and it
no.
wasn't from Melbourne because Melbourne, y'all are some idiots. Whoever's doing drill music in Melbourne, y'all are fucking dumbasses. But I can't remember what part of they were from, but they were talking about like in Australia because the gun laws are super like strict or some shit, so they like use
Mhm.
knives instead. So they're talking about like knife fighting and shit, and I'm like,
That's like in the UK as well. They just
that's
chef each other, which is like stab each other
you have to
basically.
be a fucked up person to like just go around just stabbing people like because once you shoot somebody and they're dead you don't have to hear them like scream and wail in fucking pain, but you just stab somebody and watch them slowly die and you're just looking into their eyes and shit. You gotta be like a fucking psychopath to be a gangster in fucking UK or some
M-
shit.
Listen, Melbourne gang members in Melbourne, and I say this with fucking just, I just want to laugh at them.
Yeah, relax.
Like, what kind of territory are you fighting for? The park next to your house? Relax. I mean, I'm sure there are some like gang shit.
Yeah, you gotta
Obviously,
relax. I'm just letting you know right
Melbourne,
now.
Melbourne had a massive gang problem back in the day with the Italians, and so many people died. But
Y'all
like,
had the fucking mafia in Melbourne. That's fucking hilarious.
Jesus, it was a massive thing in Australia. There's a whole show based around it called The Underbelly, and they are okay. I'm actually they're really scary. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop
I'm telling you to
talking about
relax.
them
I'm telling you to relax.
now that
Shout out
I'm
to the
thinking
underbelly.
about it.
If y'all are fans of this podcast, it's lit. Like we might need some security one day. We'll hit you guys up. You know, like we're cool. We don't want no smoke. I don't want any smoke with anybody. I just started this podcast. I'm talking shit. We're having a great time. All right.
They'll probably come spray my house down because they have
Nobody's coming for
lots
your
of
head top.
guns.
Amanda is like harmless. She's like I saw her at the gym. She couldn't even lift
No,
45 pounds.
but what
Like
I'm saying is
relax,
these
man.
people were the real gangsters. These little shits that are doing drill. Okay, I'm so scared of you guys. So scared.
I'm gonna have a whole conversation about drill music on my other podcast because I think drill music is extremely interesting. But
Drill music
I don't think this is the
is
podcast to.
drill music is okay as long as it's not from Melbourne.
No, I want to do like a deep dive into drill music, but this isn't the podcast to do it. Like, cause I'm gonna add an extra 3 hours to this podcast just talking about drill music.
When that guy told me that he was producing for this drill artist in Melbourne, I just shat on them so much, and he was like, "Never mind, let's talk about something else."
All right. Well, I have one more topic. Maybe we can get to. Do you have a topic? Do you wanna cover?
um, Not in particular. No, I just wanted to talk about the personal shopper and how I'm available for hire.
No,
If you
she's
want me
not.
to,
She's extremely occupied.
I am available to personal shop for you. I can put together custom shopping carts for whoever who wants to put me on a salary to shop for them.
Use coupon code Mendices for 30% off your first
You
order.
never use Mendices ever
You are
to refer to
Mendices
me.
though.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you do. You lead multiple men on.
No, I'm not. I don't lead men on.
Yeah, you do. You're getting revenge on men for that one Arab dude that fucked you over. So now you like talk to multiple men, and then like
No, no, I don't.
Well, I can't prove
I
that. So until I can
I
prove
hate
that,
men.
you are Mendices. Get it like Mandices? Like if you take like the first, like the middle part of her name and you add
Mhm.
ecs to it, it's
Mhm.
Mandices. I'm just trying to explain to
Wait,
the audience.
explain that again. I didn't get that.
All right, so if you take
Whose
like
name?
if your name, right? If you remove the two A's at the beginning and end, right? If you take the middle of your name, the mand part, right?
Mhm.
And you add ECs to it, it becomes Mandices. And Mandices is on Love and Hip Hop, and he has a whole documentary about him getting like mad bitches pregnant at the same time. And what's his
So
name?
what you're trying to say is I'm a whore?
No, I'm saying you are a
Because
boss
whores get
ass.
be
No, I'm saying the
whore,
men. I'm saying the men are the
whore.
whores. Hi, whore. Shout out to Black Youngster. That man is fucking hilarious. I'm saying the men that you talk to are whores, and you're the one whoring them out. So if anything, you're the pimp. I'm giving you a compliment.
I'm happy to whore out people.
I know you do it consistently.
I
Anyway,
leave people
you're
on red and then I
Amanda's
block them.
Amanda's upset because she's getting made and she didn't want anyone to find out. So I'm just gonna change the subject real quick.
I'm
Final
getting what?
topic. Let's do like a fun little segment real quick. Let's see. What was your favorite? We talked about this before a little bit. What was your favorite phone that you've ever owned? Not counting smartphones, because smartphones all look the fucking same. Like your first like feature phones, like the old texting devices and shit. What was your favorite phone to own and why?
I would say my Nokia. Is it E? Wait, hold on. Let me look up the Saturn. Saturn. Say the wrong model.
Yeah, because all the
Uh,
Nokia models like sound the same, and like they'll flip numbers, and there'll be like a completely different phone. Like if you say the E2100 and the E1200, they're like completely different fucking phones.
yeah, they're
So
not like a series that you can like easily transition from. Okay, so the C300, C300, basically.
let me look that up real quick. I
Um,
want to see if I can clown Amanda. Let me see. I'm either gonna clown her, or, like give her props. Hold on. Nokia C300. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Oh shit! I did have one of these.
it
Oh
was a
shit!
fantastic phone.
I remember this. This phone was lit. This isn't my favorite phone, but this phone was lit.
It had a great game on there.
What was the game
This
called?
was pre. I don't know, like hold on. Let me try to figure this out. Is it? Did I say E? God, I said C.
C300.
Um, I, C300.
It's the right phone. I looked it up because we were talking about this earlier.
It's a C300, not E300.
Yes, that's what we. That's what we were talking about.
Oh God, the game that was on there. Anyways, it had a really, really good game that I thoroughly enjoyed. This was obviously pre-internet days for me. Um, so that was my source of entertainment, and you can play that game for hours, and your phone won't go flat. The battery was superb. I mean, I could charge it Sunday night before school, take it to school Monday, Tuesday, and then charge it on Wednesday. The battery lasted for days. It was a great phone.
Let's see.
And
Mine.
that was my favorite phone. But like I never took it out of my locker. I just left it in there because people had uh 3, iPhone 3s and iPhone 4s, and I was still a Nokia phone.
That's
So
crazy.
that was my mom wouldn't buy me a smartphone. I was like begging her, like, oh my god, I need one. And she's like, no, you don't. That is not a need, that is a want.
Everyone at school is gonna make fun of me,
You
Mom.
you need a book, you need a laptop, you need stationery for school. You don't need a smartphone. That is a want. That's what my mother told me. So I just like had my Nokia for the rest of high school. And then as soon as I graduated, she bought me a smartphone. So
I'm trying to find.
I'm looking for that game. Like it was such a
Okay,
good game.
while you look for the game, I'm gonna start with mine because I have two. I have a runner up, and then I have a.
Oh, can I say my runner up then?
Yeah, go ahead.
My runner up was my LG um
Rumor.
no I can't. I'm trying to think of it. It's got like all the. Okay, found it. It's the KS. Oh my god. Okay, let me go to the LG website. It's the
360.
KS 360. I still have that phone. Like it's still. I still have
Oh,
the
that's
little
the.
memory box.
I got you. Yeah, Mad.
Okay,
This
the
is the.
fact the
This is the
fact that
female phone.
it had. You know the reason why I wanted that phone so bad.
The full keyboard.
It was because no, it was because it had FM radio.
That is a
And
nasty
at one
want in a phone.
listen, listen. I at one stage I was obsessed with the radio to the point where I was like, I want to be a radio personality one day.
Hey, I wanted to be a radio personality too, so I'm not laughing at you for that. That's the whole reason I
I
started a
was
podcast.
I was obsessed with the radio. Like I would listen to shows after shows and be like, I could do that. I am hilarious. I can be one of those people.
Yeah, Amanda would be in the mirror, like in the bathroom, and she'd like grab the shout like the brush for the microphone. She'd go, "Morning, everybody! It's DJ Envy,
Hey,
Angela
Envy,
Yee,
Lee,
Charlamagne, and
Charlemagne the
God. We out of
God with
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Got a
And we
special
have
guest in
special
the
guest in the
building."
building.
That shit's hilarious, but that's iconic though.
We need Jesus. We need to stop. But I just, the radio feature just sold me. And I was like to my mom, I gotta have this phone. And then I don't know what happened. Well, the year before on my birthday, I begged my mom for a little FM radio thing. Well, I didn't beg, but I asked her for it. And I was like, listen, I can play my CDs on there. I can do all these different things. And I could like plug in a microphone and all that other shit. So she just like, fine. And then she bought me this little boombox situation. My prized possession.
I still have a boombox.
I have that boombox somewhere. It was a great little boombox. Um, and then I got this phone and I was like, this is my life made. I'll be cooking in the kitchen and listening to the radio and listening to all the shows. I'm like, that could be me one day. One day,
Well, look at
I'm
you
gonna
now.
be on the radio. And then I discovered that I could podcast radio shows, and let me tell you, that changed my entire life.
Now you're
My
here.
little iPod Touch had all the radio show podcasts on it. I was just into that shit. I don't know why I was obsessed with the radio, but I was. I mean, I wasn't listening to the radio for the music. It was to listen to the shows because I thought I could be one of those people.
Well, you are one of those people right now. Do you not think my show is legit? Alright, man. Whatever, man. Fuck this shit. I should have never given you a platform. I am now taking all comers. Pause. Anybody who wants to take Amanda's spot, who is grateful. I
Commas?
knew Yes, I knew when Amanda.
Commas.
Yes, and if you could bust a nut, you could sit in Amanda's seat. All takers. Okay, so yeah,
Cool.
okay. I knew when I said Amanda, like, are you ready for this shit? And she said, sure. That's when I knew. I was like, all right, man, this is a fucking mistake. Amanda don't even give a shit about this podcast. Amanda woke up an hour late and shit. Like,
No, I didn't. We said 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m.
no, I told you we're gonna start at 1 p.m. my time today. I started at 2 because you were already staying up, and I wanted to give you an hour to rest because I care about you because you're my friend.
Well, I just assumed we're starting at the same time, and I had a fever, so I was like, "Hey Siri, set my alarm for 4 a.m." and I went to sleep.
I was about to like, because you weren't.
Shut it! Fucking
What?
Siri just came up. I said, "Hey Siri," and Siri came up.
No, let Siri be a guest on the podcast. What's up, Siri? That ass.
Hey Siri, Joseph wants to say hi to you. He said, "I'm not sure I understand."
Yeah, fucking Siri, man. But let me see. Let me go through my phones real quick because we're running super high on time, and I know there's a lot of people
Mhm.
like, "Ooh, why is your podcast 2 hours long?" Even though it's like, dude, you could just pause it and listen to it in chunks. Anyway, my I have two stories about these phones. So the first story,
Mhm.
I had a Nokia flip phone, and it had the button where you could like push it and it would flip out automatically. And I can't remember what this phone. It was a
Mhm.
super generic Nokia phone, and at first I was like, okay, whatever, it's just a regular phone. Until I went camping with Boy Scouts, and I was a Boy Scout. Everyone's gonna laugh at me, ha 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 ha. I wanted to go into nature, and my parents wouldn't let me unless I went with the Boy Scouts and got touched by the Scoutmasters. Anyway, so
What?
after getting felt on by all the Scoutmasters, me and my friends, we'd go out. We went out to the dock at like 3 in the morning, and I was trying to call my
Mhm.
mom, and I wasn't getting any signal because T-Mobile is still ass to this day. Fuck you, T-Mobile. The other day I was at work and I called somebody to schedule maintenance, and they said, T-Mobile, how can I help you? And I said, oh, T-Mobile, I've been dying to talk to your ass. You sure you want to be T-Mobile right now? But anyway,
You've come to the wrong person.
yippee kayak, other buckets. But no, what was I saying? Uh, yeah, that phone had free roaming, and I figured it out because I was on the dock and T-Mobile disconnected, and I connected to literally like some random ass. What the fuck did you just send me, Amanda? No,
Uh,
it wasn't. It wasn't this, but I do remember this. This was nuts.
yes. How
It's that
crazy
swivel.
was
Was
that?
the other side like media controls?
I don't know, but it was insane.
That's nuts. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, it could roam. So it stopped like using T-Mobile, and it connected to like some random
Mm.
fucking tower like with like Verizon or some shit. And I called my mom using Verizon, and they never charged us for it. And I was like, "Mom, I'm calling you through Verizon. This is like the craziest shit ever." And so it would like pick up signal wherever the fuck I was. So I never had a signal problem. And then God knows what happened to that phone. I think I got sand in it or some shit, and it just completely fucked up. My first favorite phone, my number one favorite phone of all time, was my Sidekick.
Mhm.
Call me what you want, bitch. Call me on my Sidekick. Never answer when it's private. Come on, Amanda. What you know about the Sidekick? You don't know shit about the Sidekick.
Nothing. I
What?
don't.
Y'all didn't have the Sidekick in Australia? Y'all were missing out.
What brand was that?
It was T-Mobile. You guys might know it as the Danger Hip Top. It was the
Sidekick.
It was like it was a phone. It was like a brick phone, right? And you would push the screen, and it wasn't a slide out. It would kind of like kick out like a kickstand. Like it would swivel
Yeah.
to the left and come out, and it would be like a full keyboard, and it had like its own little operating system. It was the first like smartphone of its time.
Motorola had one.
Yeah, that's the one that I had. I had the Motorola built one.
Right. Okay. Yes. That my friend brought that to school, and it blew our entire minds.
I got so many bitches off the Sidekick. Thank you, Sidekick. But let me tell you something. Okay, so the Sidekick was incredible for its time because what was this, like 2007, 2008, maybe 2009, 10. I can't remember when I had it exactly. It was like, I want to say like late, no, 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 no. It was like 2011, 2012. So at the time, this was the only phone that you could like create an account with like Sidekick, and when you would switch to a new Sidekick, it would automatically update everything from the database. So it was the first of its kind to do like something like that. And the cool thing about it was Sidekick, the developer that made the Sidekick phone, ended up leaving the company and developing Android that he then sold to Google. So all the modern smartphones that aren't Apple based are actually Sidekick based. Jesus Christ, Amanda. Yes, these phones are stupid as hell.
Nasty.
Stupid uncomfortable. So all those Nokias, y'all had those because y'all got like some of the European releases. They didn't give us any of those phones. But when I went to Syria, there were people with those phones, and they were nasty fucks. I did not want to talk to them. The fucking square, like the diamond-shaped Nokia phone, you're disgusting if you own that. I'm talking to you, France. I'm talking to you, fucking Germany. Y'all were like rocking the nastiest phones of all time. I wish I could show these phones to these people, but now the Sidekick. I might put it on Patreon. I have to put mad shit on the Patreon still, even though this video is still processing. But let me see. There were 3 books on the Sidekick that were preloaded, because by the time I got the Sidekick, the App Store was shut down. So I got it right when the App Store was shut down, so I couldn't get any more shit on it. Like, I was stuck with the stock shit. But there were 3 books that came with it, like it preloaded into the Sidekick. I can remember 2 of them. I can't remember the third one. One of them was like dating advice, which was really weird. And I got so bored that I ended up reading all these books. And surprisingly, they were pretty good reads. Like, they were talking about, like, you know, you gotta, like, boost your confidence. You gotta, like, be yourself. All that bullshit that I already knew. But it was just fun to, like, scroll through and read shit. But no, look at this other one. This other book was, like, 1,001 odd jobs to make money. And it was this chick that had worked, like, all these jobs for, like, side cash. And she, like, detailed all of them and how, like, if they were good, if they were bad, like, her experience with them. Like, she would be, like, a hot dog cart runner. She would be, like, a bike taxi. She used to deliver newspapers. Like, whatever the fuck she could do to make money. And so she wrote out all these jobs and, like, how you could do them and the pros and cons of each one. So I was like, okay, like, it opened my mind to, like, different ways of making money. Like, I could go out and potentially do one of these things and make some side cash. So that was lit. But the best part of it was the games. There was one game that was preloaded, and then there was a secret game that you had to, like, push a whole combination of buttons to play. And one of them was just, like, a skiing game where, like, it was, like, super basic. You would just, like, avoid rocks and shit. And you had to push, like, all these combinations of buttons to get it to appear. It was, like, a completely hidden game. But this other one was called Bob's Journey to the Center of the Earth. And you play as this fucking bouncy rubber ball named Bob, and you descend to the center of the earth to rescue your girlfriend who's been kidnapped by some shit. And it's basically like a Mario, like, type clone, only, like, you bounce consistently, and, like, there's gusts of wind that push you, like, to the left and to the right, so you have to, like, dodge the wind, otherwise you'll get, like, thrown into an enemy. But it was actually pretty fucking entertaining. And it had this, the Sidekick had this, like, trackball scroll wheel. So you could play with the D-pad that came with it, or you could scroll with the scroll wheel. And I used to speed run the levels, because I would just, like, literally just keep fucking, like, rolling the scroll wheel, and he would jump, like, halfway through the level in one jump. And I would, like, break the game or some shit. But it was super fucking fun. Like, that phone, that was my favorite phone. If I could get it to activate on, like, a regular, like, or a 4G network, I would use that phone as, like, a side phone. I wouldn't completely switch over, but I would take some of the calls on a Sidekick, you know. Like, that shit was lit. Yes.
Hold the, just,
found the game. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. I found the game that I've been looking for, and I'm downloading it right now from the App Store. It exists. My favorite game from my Nokia phone.
Well, give it to us.
Diamond Quest.
I was gonna give you a drum roll, but you just went ahead and said it.
I said it. I can't hold it. I just had to get it out of me.
Giggity.
Oh my god. Stop saying that. My life is made. I'm quitting the podcast. I'm playing
No,
this
the
game
fuck
full
you're
time
not.
now.
I'll kick your ass. You try to quit this fucking podcast. Episode 9, you're gonna quit the podcast. At least make it to episode 10.
I'm quitting to play this game full time.
You want to be a
Oh
personal
my god.
shopper, and now you just want to play Diamond Quest, whatever the fuck that shit was called.
I'll play this game on my way to the shops to buy you clothes. Hit me up, people, to personal shop.
Yeah, she's gonna fuck around and just get you like some bullshit because she wasn't paying attention.
I'm sorry.
Amanda, I asked for a shirt and you got me a pet fish. She's gonna be like, yeah, just put it on. It'll look great. And she's like playing the game.
Put it on your head. Put it on
Completely
your head.
absent-minded and shit. But I think we've covered a lot of ground. I think we're good.
My god, this is the best day of my life.
I'm sure it is. I'm gonna let you. We could end this podcast now because I gotta go prepare a hookah for my boss and 90 million other fucking people. Shout out to Jalal for that bullshit. And also, Amanda has to go play this game for the rest of her life, so I want to make sure that she doesn't miss a single second with this beautiful game that she's just found.
Yeah, I have to go to sleep and wake up for work in the morning because I have this week to complete my proposal. It's due on Friday.
Oh shit! Yeah,
We thought it was due. We thought it was due next week. We thought we had 2 weeks to write up this proposal, but apparently not. So now I have to interview people for the whole week. And it's Monday morning right now, so fun, and I'm still unwell.
You should start the interview with me.
No, you're not the demographic that I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. Is that your way of letting me down easy?
No, it's just the truth.
Is that how you like? Is that how you curve guys? Sorry, Jeff, you're just not in my demographic.
No, I need to speak to people that live in the community that we will be implementing the technologies.
How do you feel about us putting mad technology in your shit?
Exactly. That's part of the line of question.
Okay, cool. Well, look all pretty and bat your eyes at them, and you give them some charm, and they'll just say yes.
It's a phone interview. I'm staying in my hoodie and in bed.
Oh well, put on your like charming little voice that you do, and just like make them feel good. All you have to do is talk Caucasian, and you're like amazing at that. So. All right, I've had enough of making fun of Amanda. Amanda, you've been great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm so glad. I love you so much, and I'm glad that you do this podcast with me. And I hope you feel better soon and all that shit. Quit shuring me, all right?
Seriously, if I go one more week with this illness, I will kill myself.
Please don't. Mental health is a serious concern.
Okay, I will not kill myself, but I will consider it.
She's not going to do shit, all right? Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode. I'm sorry that we left last week. We will never do it again. That's bullshit.
Don't say that.
If my other grandparent fucking dies, you guys are not getting a podcast, okay? Like, don't expect... I'm not coming here boohoo crying, trying to give y'all some content about Soulja Boy and DJ Mustard's personal shopper, okay? Y'all can wait a week for that shit. We are not the most poppin' podcast on earth, and there's mad other podcasts for y'all to listen to in the meantime, especially the people that haven't listened to episode 0.5 to episode 8. So, and there's some quality content there. Most of it's ass, because we're still, like, getting our footing, and, like, the microphone might distort or some other shit, but we're working on it, man. We're working on it. What do you want me to do? So, shout out to you guys. I love you. Follow us on social media so you know what the fuck's going on with us. Please, because I don't want to have to worry about this shit. I don't want to have to worry about losing all 9 of Columbus, Ohio, because they won't hit me up. They won't talk to me. They don't give a shit about me. They only use me up.
To get.
They only call when they want me, man. Like, Every woman in my life and Columbus, Ohio treats me the same. I can't believe it. I can't believe a whole city would treat me this way. You know, like, am I
Like an
just?
abusive partner.
That's what I'm saying. Am I just unlovable?
Probably.
Yeah, I was thinking so too. Anyway, I love you guys. Patreon, subscribe. It's gonna be lit over there. I'm doing a mini series and I'm gonna be doing content with the other podcast. So there's gonna be buttloads of content on Patreon for the low price of $5 a month. And I might update the tiers soon. So if y'all still want that $5 price to get everything, y'all better get on that quick. Because once I start implementing multiple podcasts, I ain't giving y'all 9 videos a week for $5. You know. And also, if y'all are some brokies, hit me up and I'll send you guys like a sneak peek or some shit. I don't fucking know. First 50 people get some cool shit that I'm gonna like. It's gonna be something thoughtful, like Amanda. Like I'll paint you guys a lion,
Never do that.
a lion with like each one of your faces on it, and I'll autograph it. You know what somebody suggested we should do? Actually, shout out to Mike and shout out to Ryan. For the Patreon, for like a certain tier, like you should do people's voicemails.
For you?
No, you, because people like
Oh
people like
my god.
people like the
I get
Australian British type like voice here because it's like a novelty. So you could like do the Patreon's voicemail. Like, wouldn't that be pretty cool?
sure, but I get teased mercilessly by everyone for my voicemail, and it's I don't know.
No, give us your
The,
voicemail real quick before we leave. Give us your voicemail. I want to hear it.
my voicemail is, "Hey, you've reached Amanda. Please leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible." That's all I said.
Pretty
But
fucking normal.
the way I said it, they, people say that I sound like I'm on the verge of
Ears.
doing something to myself or crying.
Oh, you're
And
like on a cliff about to kill yourself or some shit. That is not
uh,
funny at all. If you are
but
suicidal, please seek help.
no, but like they say that I sound so bored and just like so over it with my voicemail, and they're like, you need to change it and sound more enthusiastic. But I'm just like, hey, you've reached Amanda. Please leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But people just tease me about it. It's like, why do you sound like that? So,
I need to make a new voicemail because like yeah, they're old as fuck. They don't listen to this podcast. Mad people have been calling me for free AC work or like they want to hook up on the AC work. And fuck you. No, I'm not doing no free AC work, okay? I get paid crumbs to do what I do already. I'm not coming to you and replacing a compressor or some shit like an all-day job and you're going to give me a pat on the back. I will pat you so fucking hard you go through 3 walls. If I go to your house and do some AC work and you don't pay me for some shit. So my voicemail is going to be, hey, if you want some AC work done, call the office and leave me the fuck alone. You can schedule me and you'll be on the office rate. Some dude the other day at the gas station, my dad's old gas station, I pulled up and he said, "Oh, you do AC work?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I know some bullshit was coming." And he said, "Oh, if I were to install a new unit, like, would you do it for cheaper?" And I said, "No, actually, I would do it for like 3 times the office rate." And he looked at me like I was stupid. And I said, "What? I'm dead serious. I charge more than the office. You might as well just call a company to do that." And I'm not even bullshitting. Like me by myself doing an installation, that's mad time, that's mad energy, that's mad equipment. I'm going to be there all day. I'm not charging you shit. I'm not even going to give the rates up, but I'm charging you 3 times the amount. If you want me to do it, I'm not doing that shit for crumbs. Fuck you. I don't even know this dude like that. That was the funniest thing in the world to me.
the audacity he had to ask you.
The caucasity of this motherfucker, you know? Like,
Oh,
you fucking serious? I wouldn't do that for my
what?
dad. You know, like,
I almost said something that I
go ahead.
almost regret.
Oh,
No,
it's no, it's not the Patreon. Yeah, shut your mouth.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, save the hot takes for the Patreon because the Patreon they don't snitch over there. But yeah, I love you guys. We'll see you guys next week for sure. Knock on wood, all that good shit. Love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Shout out to all the cities. Yeah, we're lit. You have anything else to say to the peeps, Amanda?
Just goodbye and thank you for, I don't know,
Thank you for your
listening,
patience.
I guess.
Thank you for your listenership. Thank you for giving
Yeah.
Amanda a platform to talk about her personal stylist goals and this fucking game that she
Please
never
hit
really
me
talked
up.
about. Columbus won't even hit me up, so nobody's gonna fucking hit you up.
I want to be a personal shopper.
I've told the fans to hit me up, and I will buy them beer. Like, I'm doing them a favor for them to hit me up, and they're not hitting me up. So nobody's gonna hit you up to like pay you money. All right. I don't know how this fan base is low key terrible. All right, I will see you guys next week.